Hey, Greg. So thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. And I'd love for you to share it so other people can be helped by what you've been able to do in turning your health around as well. So, first of all, I know that you've been a customer with the Vitality Hub for the last 5 years, but what I'd really love to hear from you is, what you have done in a natural sense to help get you the health results, particularly with your cholesterol. So, I'm just going to pass over to you to tell your story.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, thanks very much for sharing, for allowing me to share, I should say. So my story, I guess, goes back about 15 years. I was in my mid-40s. Played sport all my life. Was looking for the next thing after about a 25, 30-year sporting career to keep me fit, and just went along for my yearly checkup. And lo and behold, my doctor told me I had a cholesterol issue, which hit me like a bag of spuds, to be honest. Um, so I probably didn't believe it for a couple of years, but then the same results and actually worse results kept popping up, and then started to manage my diet a bit better. I'd always looked after my weight. So essentially from the outside anyway, I was pretty fit and healthy, but obviously there was some stuff going on inside, which the doctors were pretty keen on. And what they essentially wanted to do about 15 years ago was put me on Lipitor straight away, which for those who don't know is a statin for management of cholesterol. So I was pretty, I guess in hindsight, I'm pretty blessed that I was stubborn. So I kept fighting the good fight till I got to the point where my doctor in Gove in the Northern Territory said, on our next result, if it's above this, I'm only going to try and force you to be on it, which you can't do, but that's how bad it was. And we left Gove in 2014 and went down to live in Gladstone, got a new doctor, and he said exactly the same thing. So leaving states didn't work, which is a bit of a bugger. And sort of he, finessed around the subject for about a year or so. And by that time, I'd been on every type of natural, if you like, which turned out to be synthetic helper for cholesterol, which was fish oil, capsules, which most of us take anyway, super krill oil, flaxseed oil. I had that special cholesterol butter you get from Woolies, which doesn't work, I might add. LSA, which is like a powder I put on me cereal or whatever. I gave up drinking rum and fat Coke. I was giving away a lot of stuff and putting a lot of stuff in, and it kept going up. So fast forward, I guess, to about 5 years ago, and my beautiful partner at the time said, I want you to be my guinea pig. And so we started on our awesome products and our program. So that was pretty cool. We thought we ate pretty well, but really when we saw all the easily managed nutritious recipes in our program, that made it certainly a lot easier for us. So I went and got my bloods done when we started on the products, and 4 months later went and got them done again. My doctor actually called me in, which can only be one or two things, and I suspected the worst. And he said, you better sit down and tell me these things that you're on, because your cholesterol's gone down 9.2%. So after running around the doctor's surgery for a couple of minutes, because I was really, really stoked that we found something natural. I guess from a business perspective, what we're then able to do is put our hand on our heart, because you don't really know, fruit and veggies in a capsule, is that going to work? So I was blessed. About a year later, so in September 2017, we were able to add our plant-based omegas, and told the doctor that, got my bloods done again, and 4 months after that went back, because in all fairness, my cholesterol had plateaued, even though it was down below the manageable level. But I was happy with that and went back for those results, and my cholesterol overall was then down 16.9%. So happy dance. Ever since then, we've certainly been able to manage that. All the bloods I get done every year now, not every 6 months, have allowed me to keep going along the same path. We've certainly really enjoyed the products and the programs. So the program has been amazing with the access we've been able to have, the variety, and also the mind, body, and soul stuff. So my 5-year journey has been remarkable in the point where, unlike a lot of other people, I haven't had to go on synthetic drugs to manage it, which then has consequences. And I'm eternally blessed for the day that you said I'd like to be your guinea pig. Yeah, well, that was been a bit of a byproduct, to be honest. I mentioned before that I played sport for a long time, and trying to stay fit running in my 40s and 50s proved difficult because of the old footy knees. So I remember when we were down in Burnie in Tasmania, I said to you, I'm going to do a bit of a trial, put my body on the line. And you said, oh, yeah, how's that going to work? I thought I'd do a 5K run on Burnie Beach, which is a really nice thing to do, and do that at least 5 days in a row. And I hadn't done that. I worked out for 27 years. So I'm going to class that as a bit of a clinical trial. And to be honest, after 5 days, I was able to jump out of bed in the morning, and a bit surprised, to be honest, because at age, it was 58 then, I didn't think that was possible. And here we are 3 years post that, still on the awesome products in the program. And I train more in my 60s than I was doing in my 40s with no joint pain. So I'm going to call it a miracle. I don't care what people are allowed to say I'm allowed to say, but for me, that is an absolute blessing, and I'm able to get out and stay fit and healthy with no pain. So yeah, it's cool. Cheers. Thanks for the opportunity.